Hi, I'm Peter Remfrey, the CEO of the Workers Health Centre based at Parramatta and Newcastle. This video was developed to provide you with current information to improve your health, your well-being and to live a better and happier life. Further information, including links to support services, can be found on our website. This will assist you and help you, your family and your workmates.
I'm Margie Tate. I've been in general practice in East Hills area for 38 years now. I've enjoyed general practice. I love looking after people. I love looking after different generations. We've had a very stable family general practice during that time. Initially I did family planning, association work, and then later I've become involved in the antenatal shared care program with Bankstown Hospital for many years. During the time I've been in general practice, we've had a lot of dealing with women's health. Women do tend to go to a female GP for these sorts of problems. People who develop gestational diabetes often will go on to develop diabetes as they go through life. So it's really important to try to not get gestational diabetes if you can avoid it. So during pregnancy, we know that 75% of pregnant women don't do sufficient exercise. That's the first thing. They're pregnant and they think that they should just rest. They're afraid of doing too much exercise. So we have to encourage pregnant women to do more exercise, and they should be doing about 130 minutes of exercise a week of moderate intensity, 130 to 150 minutes. So they need to be fairly physically active, but they also need to realise that they're not eating for two, they're eating for one and something that's very, very small. And so they need to keep their weight under control. So it's important that they get weighed and that you discuss diet and nutrition with them as they go into pregnancy, and that they're aware of the fact that they need to keep their weight under control. An association between maternal obesity and obesity in the children, yes. And part of that's going to be the lifestyle, I think, that the parents deliver to their children, because the parents tend to overeat, so do the children. So educating the parent will help with reducing obesity in the children and in the next generation. Women need to be aware of their nutrition for themselves and eat properly, not drink too much alcohol, and they also need to be able to adequately feed their family, so they need to educate their family as to good nutrition as well.
My name is Casey Badger. I'm currently a full-time referee in the National Rugby League referee squad. In terms of getting to an elite level, it really only started once I started refereeing as a 17-year-old, and when I found out that full-time refereeing was an opportunity there, it was something that I saw as a real goal, because as a female, there's not a lot of sports you can be paid full-time to do, unless you are like elite, like Olympian sort of gold medal level. There's plenty of female athletes in this country that still have to hold down full-time jobs. So when I sort of found out that, you know, this is something that I could do full-time, I started making sure that I trained harder. I then looked at the training programs that the NRL referees were doing at that time and tried to mimic that in my own time, so that every level that I rose to, I knew that I was ready for that level every step up that I took. The importance of diet and exercise for women is something that I'm very passionate about. I've seen a lot of studies that show the rate of dropout of girls from once they hit around 13, 14 years old, and what the dropout rate is in sports and physical exercise. And I know the benefits that sport and exercise, whether it's a formal sport or just your own physical fitness and exercise, I know the benefits that it's given to me, and that's something that I like to share with other young girls. So in terms of building resilience in my body and protecting myself from injury, I know that my history of having a good training program behind me and fitness and exercise throughout my whole life has helped me. I'm someone who I actually have had a lot of injuries. I've had a number of surgeries over a number of years while I've been at the NRL level, but I know that my ability to have come back from those injuries wouldn't have been possible had I not had a solid base and a solid foundation of fitness and strength in particular. So a lot of core strength in particular, single leg work and things like that is what's helped my body to recover quickly and come back from those injuries. Physical health and mental health and well-being really go hand in hand. For young women, 20, 30 years old, there are so many stresses in life. You know, you're starting to build a career or really find out what you want to do, or you can be in relationships or having children, and there's so many changes that go on in your life that can impact your mental health. There's also just living in the world, so many jobs that are male dominated, and so many different things that women have to deal with in the workplace and everyday life that can really impact on your mental health. If you can have an outlet for that, and physical health and physical training is such a good outlet for it, and just help you be happier, be able to cope, helps you with your resilience and your skills in that area. So yeah, everyday life can really be assisted by being physically active and healthy. As women move into their 20s and 30s, it's as equally important to stay involved, whether it's formal exercise or informal exercise, just going to the gym, walking with your friends, doing any sort of physical activities. And that's when it can be particularly hard, because people are starting their careers or starting to have children, and there can be plenty of reasons why it can be hard to fit these activities into their everyday life. But by fitting it in, it then helps you with so many things. You start to have kids, you need to be able to pick the kids up, move them around. You need to be doing so many things that if you are physically healthy, it makes those tasks so much easier. So tips for women about physical health, diet, exercise, all of those things is find something that you enjoy. Physical health and fitness doesn't need to be painful. The old no pain, no gain is a fallacy. Find something that is fun, that you like, and it doesn't mean you need to be necessarily good at it. You just enjoy it, or you enjoy how you feel after doing it. Getting back into training and exercise after you've had a long break, for whatever reason, it could be you dropped out of sport as a teenager, or you were never really involved in sport as a kid, or you stopped once you had children of your own as you got older, or your career was progressing and you became too busy. It can start to be daunting and overwhelming trying to think, oh, how do I make the first step? Probably my best tip there is to start small. Don't think that you need to get into it and all of a sudden you need to be training every day. Start with one thing a week. It might be going for a walk. It might be joining a gym and doing a class at a gym.
My name is Nicole Keane, and I'm a provisional psychologist working as a rehabilitation consultant at the Workers' Health Centre. So one of the most important things maintaining physical health during pregnancy is getting regular exercise, having a nutritious diet, and getting plenty of sleep. The psychological needs of women during pregnancy are having a strong support network, both family and friends that you can rely on both during pregnancy and after delivery. So for women going through pregnancy, there's psychological and physical support systems in place to help them in all stages of pregnancy, antenatal, perinatal, and postnatal pregnancy.
I'm Tracy. I've been a health professional for nearly 30 years. I've worked in a variety of nursing roles, in a lot of different clinical settings, and I've also been a qualified paramedic as well, so that's sort of given me a different perspective, seeing people that are hurt and injured. The issues for women's health are there's a lot of issues. We have, luckily we have things like screening programs that can sort of tick off a lot of those physical things, such as breast screen, bowel screening tests, our regular pap smears that we should also have. And I think with women, we're often juggling family and children, sometimes older parents. So when women are sort of having all those balls in the air, sometimes they can be a low priority for themselves. So I think for women, making sure that you see your GP so that you're getting those screening things done when required, but also you're doing a bit of self-nurturing. So walking with your neighbour or your girlfriend, you know, after the kids are in bed, so that you have that physical health, and it's good for your mental health as well. Talking to a health professional about contraception is really important. There's women that have already had their children and may not want to have further children, so making sure that they see a health professional to start that conversation is really important. There's places like your GP, women's health centres, etc., that can be a really good place to start and open the conversation about what type of contraception might suit me as an individual. It's really important for women to maintain their health during pregnancy. We used to say, you know, eating for two, so now that's changed, and we know that it's really important for women to try and keep their weight within a healthy range for pregnancy. Babies that are bigger will have more difficulty being born. It's more difficult for the woman that's actually delivering. It can cause, you know, diabetes, gestational diabetes as well. So if, you know, women can, you know, take an active part in trying to, you know, exercise, eat well, see their health professionals, their midwife, their GP, their obstetrician, it generally will be a better outcome for the mum and for the baby. We're really lucky and very fortunate that there's a lot of programs out there to support women. Midwives have so much knowledge and can provide lots of educational information and packages to mothers and families. GPs also a great place to start. There's lots of things that people can tap in for free as well. And it's just about sort of putting your hand up and asking for that help.
Thanks so much for watching. We hope this was valuable for you. Further information and resources are available from our website.